The cricket's song outside was louder than usual, an unending symphony that filled the midnight air as Clara locked her doors and windows one last time. She lived alone on the outskirts of town, far enough away from neighbors that silence had become her most familiar companion. But tonight felt different. The air in her house was unusually cold. Not winter cold, but the kind that slithers down your spine when you know you're being watched. She shook it off, blaming her imagination, and settled on the couch with a cup of tea. Flicking on the TV, she noticed her reflection in the black screen, a faint, blurry outline behind her. She spun around. Nothing. Clara laughed nervously. Get a grip. It's nothing, she muttered, taking a sip of tea. Then the TV flicked off, plunging the room into darkness. The lights followed, one by one, first the living room, then the kitchen, then the hallway. Each click of extinguished light sent her heart racing faster. She grabbed her phone to call for help, but her fingers froze over the screen. There was breathing. Not hers, but faint and ragged, coming from somewhere behind her. The sofa groaned as if someone shifted their weight, though she hadn't moved. Slowly, she turned her head, her pulse roaring in her ears. A shadow loomed there, just out of reach of the moonlight streaming through the windows. It didn't look human, though it stood tall, impossibly still, its head cocked to the side, studying her like prey. Who, who are you? She stammered, clutching her phone so tightly her knuckles whitened. The shadow tilted its head the other way, as if amused by her fear. Then it spoke, not in words, but in a low, guttural hum that seemed to vibrate in her very bones. Her phone suddenly lit up. On the screen was a text message from an unknown number. It read, "Don't look away." Clara's breath hitched. Against every screaming instinct, she stared into the void-like eyes of the shadow. The crickets stopped outside, the world silent and waiting. The last thing Clara heard was her own voice, but it wasn't her speaking. "I told you not to look away. What do you think?"